guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm just going to be going over SHLL once again. I know I made a video on this yesterday, but I actually found some more news on why this stock is going up. And this morning, I thought, I was going to be right and see some gains given back and be able to add some more. But shortly after that, man, it just pumped right up. And I think people are starting to fear missing out on this. And there's also some good news coming out around the company, so let's get into it. So Hyliion has hired a lobbyist group called the Vogel Group, and for those of you who don't know, people hire lobbyists like this says right here for a fairly straightforward reason. They have an issue they want addressed or changed, and they have reached the point where they feel the need to act. And then if we scroll down a bit, why do companies hire lobbyists? Basically, the lobbyists work with staff and agency of higher companies, even politicians, and they can really get the word out, and they have good relationships with these higher ups, and it brings more attention to the company in a positive way. So I believe this is another great move on Hyliion's end. Lobbying is important because Hyliion needs to sell the negative emissions narrative by having politicians basically consider the entire supply chain of RNG. Even though their trucks aren't technically zero emissions right now until their ERX truck releases, but when it comes to green policies, making sure RNG has a place of consideration as a solution is important in Hyliion's overall success. Basically, they want to be able to be that solution, which will help them skyrocket in the future. So I also wanted to add that even though renewable natural gas trucks do emit CO2, that's pretty much all they emit from my understanding. There's no nitrogen oxides or sulfur oxides, and methane does have 26 times more global warming potential than CO2. So this is a great alternative to diesel, and these trucks do maintain much of the benefits that diesel trucks do. Quick refueling, and they are lighter, and they're probably not as powerful, but they're right there with the power factor. So this is why this is important in my opinion. You don't make moves like this as a company unless you're planning on some serious returns. Hyliion really does need to sell that net negative emissions narrative, which will really bring some nice attention to their company, which means more investors, more buying, and pumping the stock price up. As you can see today, that stock price is going up, and I think this is the beginning of the jump for Hyliion. I think this price is just going to continue to grow. Buy on the red days, but I'm not sure when another red day will come. We might see some sell-off, but we'll just have to wait and see. Pretty much pick up all the shares you can while it's still cheap, because a lot of people are projecting that this is going to be a very good stock in the future, and I'm with them on that. Some people are projecting, 5 years from now, this will be a $250, $300 stock, so we will definitely see. That's pretty much it, guys. Have a good one.
Stacking vertical, ooh, counting sideways, ooh, ain't by my cake, ooh, get out my